but right now we're just doing exercises. I'm not following the rules of any particular mode. But if we want to learn a mode in Dorian, then do you want to learn a mode in Dorian? Yeah. All right. So then we have to start thinking about how it's moving. Not in every mode, not every note is created equally. Some notes are more important than other notes. Sometimes we ascend with different notes than we descend with. So there's a whole big baggage of criteria that we can use to make one mode very special, and at the same time makes it possible for us to improvise in that mode and keep it special in that way. Okay? So now you have a bigger job. Not only do you have to repeat what I'm saying, but you have to think about why is he singing that way, okay? And what's the implications of that? So, sa ga, ga re sa, ni sa, ni sa ga re sa, sa ga ma, ga ma ga re sa, sa ga re sa ni, ni ma ga re sa, sa ga ma pa, ma pa ni da pa, ni da pa ma, pa ma ga ma, ma pa ma ga, ma ga re sa ni, sa ma ga re sa. Okay, let's talk about it. What did I do and what did I not do? What notes are important? What notes am I allowed to cadence on? What notes do I not use in ascending, but I use in descending? These are the things that are going to become important. Now I realize it's, you're concentrating on the syllables, so part of your attention is used for that, but think about it. What did I do? There's no re in ascending. That's good. That's very important. That's the first basic rule, because when you're starting from the tonic, you have to figure out, okay, how can I go up? I never sang sa re ga. That would be so wrong that if you were singing that on stage, you might get a tomato or a banana or something to indicate that it's wrong. So yeah, no re in ascending. And what else? So in that way we sing sa ga ma pa, and then I sang pa ni da pa. So that also takes the da out of ascending. So basically, in ascending we have a pentatonic scale. Sa ga ma pa ni sa. That's very interesting. It didn't feel like a pentatonic mode. Why? Because we have to use those notes in descending. We didn't sing sa ga ma pa ni pa ma ga sa. That would complete the pentatonic feeling, but we didn't do that. Ni da pa. We need da. So even though da is restricted in ascending, we have to use it in descending. And therefore, what I said about importance of notes has to be taken with a grain of salt, because da is just as important as the other ones, but it's just important that it be used at the proper time. So even if it's used less frequently, that in a way makes it even more important, because it has to be used judiciously. So this is one of the first criteria that we use to differentiate modes, is the notes we can sing in ascending as opposed to the notes we sing in descending. Okay, so let's go back and just do it once more, and let's check it. Okay, see if everything I'm doing is correct. Ni sa ga re sa. Ga ma ga re sa. Ga re sa ni. Sa re ni sa. You're shaking your head. Sa re ni sa. I know what you're thinking. You can't use re in ascending. Okay, that's the first question mark. Well, am I using re in ascending? No, I'm just making an ornament on sa. If I were to sing sa re ga, then the tomato would come. Okay, but in this particular mode, sa re ni sa, that's showing re in a different light as belonging to sa. Okay, so these kinds of things come into play. And as we go through the next weeks working in this mode, and we can pick another one just in the few minutes that we have left, just a few. I'll give you another mode now in Dorian, but the rules are different. For example, re ga re, ni re sa, re ga ma ga re, re ga ma pa, ma pa da pa, pa da pa ma, ma pa ma ga re, re ni da pa, pa da ni sa, sa ni da pa, ni da pa ma. Da pa ma ga re. Re ga ma ga re sa. Re da pa da ni da pa. Okay, good. So it sounds different, huh? It almost sounds as if it were a different mode completely. Why?
Did you not ascend from Sa? The Sa to Re, I mean?
We could sing Sa Re, but the main thing is that Re is very important now. So in the other mode, we just had to use Re as we went down, and we couldn't really even stop on Re. But now Re is very important. We can ascend from Re. We can even jump to Da from Re, which means also that Da is a much more prevalent note in this melody. So same notes, but another world from the first mode that we learned. So this is the kind of things we're gonna work on, so that and each of these melodies, they elicit a different aesthetic experience. Maybe you can call it a feeling or mood or ethos, and this is a key element of mode. And the construction, the constraints, and the use of the tones in this way that we begin to talk about now, this is crucial in order to create just the aesthetic that mode is asking for. So we're dealing with technical details of ascending and descending, kind of roadmap kind of techniques, but we're also getting the resulting aesthetic taste of what that mode produces. And so this becomes very important at the same time. So how many different tastes can we get in Dorian mode if we use all these different submodes as possible ways of expressing it? Okay, we've used our time. Are there any questions?